Elio guys, and welcome back. And in today's video we have the developers notes for MSL for November 2022. So let's go ahead and get right into it, shall we? Alright, so Mr. Dong Jin Lee here. Hey, how you doing, man? We would like to share some of the plans for November 2022 update that we are preparing. So we're getting another new Astromon by the name of Crystal Dragon. It looks like I won't be able to slaughter this Astromon's name. It already looks very reminiscent of Draka. It's probably going to be using the same skeleton because I couldn't imagine why not. I think Draka is just like a little bit thicker model wise, but if this is the Evo 3 form, it looks like it's going to be a very skinny boy or girl, but we will have to see. But it does indicate that he is a male. Does this really matter at all because it's a video game? Absolutely not. It's just pixels at the end of the day here, but it also says that the Crystal Dragon can be obtained through the 5-star Rebirth Festival. So we have Draka, there's Griffin, there's Cernunnos, and now we have Crystal Dragon. So, okay. I mean, we have a decent rotation going on. It does mean stuff like Draka, I would say, would probably be pushed back further because we have to go through another Astromon cycle here. But at least there's some flavor going on because I do have a lot of Nat 5 stacked up on my account so far. So if they are worth it, which make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that review, we will find out in due time here. And then they're also adding in new contents by the name of Dimensional Golem Dungeon. Now, I saw this, you guys, and I'm really not sure how to feel about that because Smart Study's whole take on MSL is redoing the exact same thing. It just looks different. We already have 15 levels of golems. We have the Colossi, which in my mind is just big golems. This is just going to be more golems, but it's being titled the dimensional version of them. It's literally the same thing, it just looks different. There's probably no new mechanics, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but you know, the whole consensus is the same exact thing. It's just a different look, which to me is like, okay, we have new content, but it's going to be the same thing as, what is it, the Apophis dungeon, where that's Titans but not Titans, but it's basically the same thing as Titans, where you have to set up X amount of teams and hit X amount of goal. Like, this is new content, but it's also not new at all. It's just recycled stuff to put in some more runs. So not only do you have like your dailies, but you have the regular dimensional dungeon, you have the Apophis, you have Titans, you have Clan versus Clan, and then you have this thrown up in there too, plus Colossus. If you do Apex battles, you have all that stuff. It's busy work, but it all just looks and plays the exact same. That's the only thing that I'm getting at here. It's just like, okay, we have something new. Oh, that's how I feel about it. I mean, I'm not salty about it. It's just like, there's nothing literally new. And you guys can say, well, Elio, you've been playing this game since 1956. Have you not noticed that? I've noticed that, but it's just like, how can I be excited for this if it's just a different looking golem and you're going to lock, it looks like some new gems are being added to the game. You're going to lock the gems behind those. That's the only reason why people would do it in the first place. So it's like, I don't know, like, I'm excited for the new gems. I think that's great, you know, but just rehashing content in order to get these new gems and it's just golems once again. It's just like, dude, like, is there literally anything else for us to do in this game? I mean, going on a side rant, it's just that the way that MSL is built up, I guess they've kind of like put themselves in a hole of what they can do. Though they could probably do something different. It's just a matter of programming, I guess, and maybe creativity in the department. But yeah, I figured I would just share that because it's like, okay, new gems. Oh, same mechanic, it just looks different. Wow. There's also the improved trinket inventory and then the gem inventory, which we've seen with the last update, which, by the way, the font looks fine, like the way that it looks, but also it looks terrible the way that it's been implemented into the game. You have like font bleeding over into other parts and it just looks very, very bad that you have, you know, X amount of move increases rate by 5%, but you have 5 on the first row and then you just have a literal percent sign at the bottom of the second row. It's just very weird. But it also looks like trinkets can be indicated of who they're equipped on with our little icons for our Astromon, which is nice, but I don't even have that many worthwhile trinkets to make that matter because, well, I don't pull in trinkets, but we're not here to talk about that. But that seems to be about it. So Crystal Dragon's coming, and I would be thoroughly tickled if Crystal Dragon didn't have anything to do with the Dimensional Dungeon in terms of like some type of mechanic in there to where you're pretty much going to need to end up pulling Crystal Dragon to get through that dungeon, I guess, reliably, or just far easier than any other Astromon in the game. To me, that just literally makes sense, is written on the wall here, but I could definitely be wrong about that. But feel free to leave in the comments below about what you guys are excited about. Personally speaking, I am excited about the Crystal Dragon and the new gems. I would say however, am just very disappointed that, okay, we have a new dimensional thing. Oh, wow, it's dimensional golems. 15 golem stages, Colossi, which is just big golems. Here's even more golems. Next up, we're going to have the Dimensional Dragon Dungeon. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.